In the long river of history, some steel giants are forever remembered. Today we will explore those that have left a deep mark on the history of warfare, the super heavy tanks. From Britain's Top 2 to Germany's P100 Ratte. These giants are not only engineering marvels, but also a testament to human wisdom and ambition. Let us review the stories of these tanks and feel their power and legend. Number 10. Torque 2. Exploring the steel giant of history. Torque 2. A prototype super heavy tank developed by Britain in the early stages of World War II. This tank is 10 meters long and over 3 meters tall, weighing an astonishing 81 tons. It was equipped with a powerful 76.mm cannon, designed to adapt to trench warfare, capable of easily crossing trenches, providing solid support for advancing infantry. Torque 2 shares many similarities with its predecessor, Torque 1, both with low mobility and designed to carry multiple infantry. Today, the only prototype ever built quietly resides at the Bovington Tank Museum in England, waiting for visits from history enthusiasts. Number 9. Panzerkampfwagen 8 MAUs. This super heavy tank, with its massive 188-ton body, became one of the heaviest and largest tanks in history. Although it was never mass-produced or saw combat, the two incomplete prototypes still amaze people to this day. It was armed with a 128mm and 75mm gun and a 7.92mm machine gun. The tank's armor thickness ranged from 150 to 220mm, making it the best armored German vehicle of World War II. On paved roads, its top speed was only 20 km/h, but its power system, whether the 12-cylinder MB509 gasoline engine or the MB517 diesel engine, demonstrated astonishing power. However, its weight made most bridges incapable of supporting it, which became part of its legendary story. Number 8. FCM F1. A super heavy tank that never saw combat, but with its massive 69-ton body and 20 to 45mm thick armor, became a legend in tank history. This giant was 10 meters long and 4 meters tall, with a spacious interior, equipped with 2 fighting compartments. One had a 3-man turret, armed with the first ever 75mm cannon in history. The other supported the engine. The front of the turret is also equipped with 3 independent 8mm machine guns. The heart of the Ecstasy is powered by 2 200 or 250 horsepower engines, driving its tracks, although its top speed is only 15 km/h. The 7 fuel tanks have a total capacity of 1,260 liters, with a range of up to 150 kilometers. This steel giant, operated by a crew of 12, now shines brightly in the annals of history, waiting for us to explore its story. 7th place. FCM F1, an ultra-heavy tank craft by France. During the later stages of both World Wars. Imagine, this is a fearsome steel giant, measuring 10.5 meters long and over 3 meters tall, weighing an astounding 139 tons. Its unique design features 2 turrets, front and rear, each turret equipped with a powerful main cannon. The rear turret is cleverly raised for better fire coverage, evoking the majesty of ancient warships. In 1940, France originally planned to build 12 of these tanks to replace the Ecstasy, but the tides of history meant that only one prototype was completed. This tank was equipped with heavy armor. Its size and protection capabilities were unmatched at the time, making it one of the heaviest tanks in history. Powered by two Renault V12 engines, each providing 550 horsepower, while speed was not its strong suit. Its main mission was to break through enemy lines rather than engage in tank-to-tank combat. 6th place, T-28. Through the mists of time, we return to the smoke-filled fields of World War II, where the ultra-heavy tank T-28 made its grand entrance. It was not only the pride of the US Army, but also the pinnacle of engineering at the time, a moving steel fortress. 11 meters long, 3 meters tall, weighing 86 tons. This was a mechanical giant built for special missions, originally designed to break through the fortified Siegfried Line. It later became a secret weapon during the invasion of Japan. Its design was revolutionary, lacking a turret. Its low profile made it an invisible hunter on the battlefield. It was an armored gun, not a regular tank. Its main weapon was a powerful 105mm cannon. Compared to other tanks of its time, the armor thickness of the T-28 reached an incredible 300mm. Even Germany's famous 88mm gun could hardly penetrate it, not even slightly. Its heart was a V8 internal combustion engine. Though its power was only 410 horsepower, the speed was limited to 14 kilometers per hour, but its invulnerability was unmatched. Most uniquely, it had 4 tracks, instead of the usual 2. The outer tracks could even be removed to facilitate long-distance transportation. Although 5 prototypes were planned and 25 production units, fate intervened, and only 2 prototypes were completed. They never had the chance to prove their worth. In the flames of war. 5th place, Type 3. It was not just a tank. It was the ultimate answer to Germany's westward tanks, including the Fiat Tiger tank. Imagine this. A steel fortress, 11.5 meters long, 3 meters tall, weighing 72.5 tons. Equipped with a mighty 155mm cannon and fiery temper. From the design in April 1945 to the birth of the Type 30 tank in 1947. It took 2 years of effort, until 1948, when these 2 tanks had their first trial in Aberdeen, Scotland. Their mission was to use powerful firepower to destroy enemy defenses, strongholds and bunkers, while providing solid support to infantry. 4th place, K-Wagon, a super heavy tank that almost rewrote the rules of land warfare. This was a giant steel beast, 13 meters long, 3 meters tall, weighing 120 tons. Its size and weight were so great that it couldn't be transported in one piece. It had to be divided into 4 parts and transported by rail near the battlefield for assembly. The K-Wagon was equipped with 4 X77mm Fortress cannons and 7 machine guns. Its firepower was like that of a destroyer at sea. It had a crew of 27. On the battlefield, the commander directed operations via signal lights, just like a commander issuing orders on a naval ship. The drivers had to completely rely on the commander's directions, blindly driving this behemoth. The Germans regarded the K-Wagon as a true land battleship. Its mere existence was a form of intimidation, though this tank never saw actual combat. But its design and concept undoubtedly showcased humanity's incredible creativity in war and mechanical invention. 3rd place, Mendeleev tank. This is not just a tank. It is a combination of technology and courage. A steel behemoth, 13 meters long, 4.4 meters high, weighing 170 tons. The designer is none other than the son of the creator of the periodic table of elements, engineer VIII Mendeleev. The tank's armor was 100 to 150 millimeters thick, practically indestructible. Its weapon system was equipped with a powerful 120 millimeters artillery gun and a machine gun, designed for a crew of 8 people. Its design was innovative. It couldn't be transported by conventional railways, but could move independently on tracks, with a top speed of 27 kilometers per hour. The design of the Mendeleev tank incorporated many innovative solutions, such as pneumatic loading for artillery and pneumatic suspension. It could even lower its height during firing. This was not just military engineering. It was a bold prediction of future war machines and their possibilities. Second place, tank car. This is no ordinary tank. It was a bold attempt, an engineering revolution. Imagine this, an 18-meter long, 9-meter high, 40-ton giant. Its body far exceeded standard dimensions. The design of the tank car was unique. It didn't use conventional tracks, but was based on a 3-wheel chassis. The front featured 2 enormous 9-meter diameter wheels, while the rear had a 5-meter diameter wheel. Its artillery and turret reached almost 5 meters in height, allowing it to overlook the battlefield. The side-mounted gun positions and the extra weapons underneath the chassis made it a mobile fortress of firepower. However, the harsh test of history revealed its weaknesses. The engine was too fragile. The body was vulnerable to artillery attacks. These flaws led to the project's termination. Nevertheless, the story of this tank car remains a bold vision of future tank dreams and their possibilities. First place, Landkreuzer P100 Lend. This is not just a tank. It was the Third Reich's dream superweapon, weighing 1,000 tons, almost 5 times larger than the MOS tank in history. Its body is enormous, 35 meters long and 11 meters high. It's like a battleship on land. In 1942, this ambitious project received Adolf Hitler's approval. But with the arrival of 1943, the project was forced to stop. This giant beast was never fully revealed to the world. The design of the P100 Nike is breathtaking. It would have been equipped with 2 to 180mm saw guns. The same turret was even used on Scharnhorst-class strategic battleships. It was also fitted with a 128mm cannon, 8 20mm anti-aircraft guns, and dual 15mm machine guns. The firepower was strong enough to dominate any battlefield. The power of this tank was equally shocking. Each side had 3 2-meter wide tracks, driven by 2 850 horsepower, 20 4-cylinder MAN engines, or 8 200 horsepower, 20-cylinder Daimler-Benz engines, with a total horsepower of 16,000 horsepower. Although the P100 never became a reality, its story and design still left a deep mark